as child development specialists. Content you may find upsetting now on BBC World News as Lucy Ash visits a pilot project for Our World.
China, the world's most populous nation. Its leaders imposed a ruthless one-child policy to keep the birth rate down. But now, after 35 years, it's finally over, and the country is hoping for a baby boom. Today's mothers have more flexibility to shape their own future.
I'm, the only child in my family. Sometimes I feel a little bit lonely. So I think, 2 or 3 is the perfect.
Now the government must find a way to re-employ the despised population police, an 85 million strong army tasked with enforcing birth control and abortions.
然后他肯定恨你，对不对？你也恨他，对不对？
Across China, the enforcers have left their scars. So what's the legacy of the one-child policy? With a rapidly aging population, how well equipped is China now to face the future? It's Tuesday morning in Danfeng County in central China, 700 miles southwest of Beijing. Li Bo is on his way to work. He belongs to the army of family planning officials stationed in every city, town and village in the country. Their mission has been to drive down the birth rate and to limit most families to just one child. At the beginning of 2016, China finally scrapped its one-child policy. Now Li Bo's role has taken a dramatic turn in a new direction. Down here? Yeah? Today he's taking me to check up on a small girl who's been ill. Liu Siqi is 2, and like more than 60 million Chinese children, she's being raised by her grandparents. Her parents are migrant workers, and she only gets to see them twice a year. Li Bo is a pioneer in a pilot project designed to help rural children to get a better start in life. Today, the once feared family planner visits villages with a sack of toys and picture books.
思琪给我印象刚开始的时候也是他奶奶经常带去的就是也见到我也是有点怕生然后第一次见到我都哭了怎么不能想呢
It's quite interesting. He's not just kind of giving her sweets or making silly faces. He's actually asking her, what colour is that? How many are these? He's getting her to count, getting her to recognise parts of the duck's face. It's all quite educational.
Li Bo's new job is to teach parents and grandparents how to relate better to small children.
来你追我好不好你追我好不好
But I wondered about Mrs. Chen's earlier experience of the hated population police.
不喜欢不是说连他们不喜欢连乡上的干部村上干部都不喜欢那时候就像我们那时候计划生育跑的啥那抓人的时候他必须晚上白天谁都跑的不在家他就来了人家不在家再泼上他一泼
What about people that were forced to have abortions or were forcibly sterilised? Were there any cases of that?
我那时候还孕产一个我第2个孩子就是第一个不是儿子嘛第2个就不行
Extraordinarily, Mrs. Chen had 2 daughters after that, but they had to live undercover.
结果就在我妈这样也没有罚款是12岁了才上户口12岁才上户口才到这个地方我是05年搬到这里我们老家不是在山区嘛搬到这
The one-child policy, introduced in 1979, was designed by military scientists to keep the world's largest population in check. An enormous family planning bureaucracy rolled into action, enforcing abortions and sterilizations on an unprecedented scale. At least 336 million abortions have been carried out under the policy, often with coercion and brutality. Since the start of 2016, all Chinese couples are now allowed 2 children, but no more than that. And the enforcers like Li Bo still have to ensure that each birth is authorized. Today he's busy with part of his old job, screening local women. The woman's medical history is logged in this little red book. It lists the children she has, contraception she uses, and any terminated pregnancies. Tell me what these various stamps are in here. You've got, like, different signatures, lots of pages of them. What does it mean?
这个是上环的时间，这是孩子出生的。
Now, you're allowed to have another child, yeah?
还没有那打算呢。
Do you want another one? What do you think?
现在没有那打算。
What does your husband say?
不想要，我也想要，他不想要。
Is that your husband? At that moment, her husband shows up. This is a bit cheeky because I haven't met you before, but can you just tell me why you don't want to have another baby?
因为2个孩子嘛，毕竟压力很大，现在经济条件嘛也不允许，就是暂时还没有考虑。
But later, maybe?
暂时还没有，以后再讲吧。
In China's big cities, the future has already arrived. I wonder if young women here in the capital, Beijing, feel more confident about having a second child. So I've come to meet some expectant mothers. Antenatal yoga classes are becoming fashionable as affluent women seek more control over their bodies and shun the old one-size-fits-all approach to childbirth. Can I just ask you, how many of you are thinking about having a second child after the first one?
If my first baby is a girl, I want a second one. But the first baby is a boy. I think I can only have one baby.
Boys are expensive here because when they get married, they're expected to pay for a new home.
My first is boy, and my second is boys again. So I feel a little, stressed right now.
This is your first child. Would you like to have another one?
Absolutely. I'm, the only child in my family. Sometimes I feel a little bit lonely, and I don't like, my kids to feel the same, right? So I think, 2 or 3 is the perfect.
2 or 3, but 3 for the time being is not legal.
Yeah. But, I think, as time changes, a lot of things can change.
Do you think that the policy was necessary in the first place?
It's a very sensitive topic to discuss in China. But, I think, at that time point, it's like, 20 or 30 years before, probably it's kind of a must for us to do that, because of, a lot of consideration from the government. But right now, the government sees, the need for us to raise the popularity in China.
Raise the population?
I guess so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
China remains the world's most populous nation with nearly 1.4 billion people. Without coercive birth control, the government claims there would have been an extra 400 million citizens, putting intolerable pressure on the country's environment and resources. But the one-child policy has produced negative side effects, like a chronic gender imbalance. Many couples choose to abort girls over boys. Policymakers in Beijing are increasingly concerned. Dr. Tsai Jiahua is Deputy Director of the Family Planning Commission.
Companies. 在数量方面，实际上我们所希望的就是大家能够按照政策去进行生育。今天我们实际上担心的问题是经济发展了以后，大家的生育意愿开始有所下降。今天我们所看到的是，我们所担心的是年轻人，他连第一个孩子都不愿意生的话，更不要谈这个第二个这个孩子。
Oh, Lucy. Back in Danfeng County, Li Bo has invited me to meet his family, his wife Shuna and 9-year-old daughter Li NC. He's a loyal Communist Party official, and NC, like all her classmates, is a young pioneer.
A, B, C, D, F, G, H,
That's good. I wonder whether Li Bo and his wife wish the law allowing a second child had come earlier.
这个我想国家有国家的考虑，因为他考虑的是整体，对吧？不能说我们每个人想怎么样，然后就怎么样，对吧？
Now that you and your wife Shona, you could have another child, is that something you would consider?
会的。实际上我们有时还考虑这个经济状况啊，还有这个一些事情。
His parents had urged them to have another baby while the one-child policy was still in force. But then they would have had to pay a big fine, the so-called social maintenance fee.
How big was the fee? What was the normal cost of having a child out of plan?
这个是根据当地的年人均纯收入计算的，3到6倍。
Li Bo tells me that his job was to enforce the one-child policy by issuing these fines.
大概得是劝说下，然后做那个手术的。
Did you sometimes have to persuade them that an abortion was in their best interest?
会，就是也是，再者说了那个，因为当时国家的人口形势也是比较严峻的，孩子生多了也不容易就是生活质量也不高，孩子生多了，然后那个对孩子也不好啊。 就是这样给说一说。
Li Bo is clearly uncomfortable with my questions, and I feel uncomfortable asking them.
Did it make you feel quite unpopular in this town?
不欢迎啊，因为我们执行政策，那个或许就是那个和他们的意愿就是有违背。 比如说，现在警察和小偷，对不对？有点类似这种关系啊。然后他肯定恨你，对不对？你也恨他，对不对？这种只要国家有政策，这种情况应该会一直存在。
Невинно осужденных нет. Все они виноваты. Я никого не жалею.
To understand someone's story,
in Mumbai, you see all the people wearing colorful dresses, vibrant. They are alive, not dead.
You need to hear it in their own words.
امشب میخوام برم رسد. فکر میکنم تنها آدمی هستم که تو دنیا بیداره.
Storyville Global on BBC World News.
You wake up with new questions every day. We're here to get you ready.
I'm Rico, he's on in Singapore.
I'm Babisa Sharma in London. Bringing you all the day's local and global news.
That's the story which is most popular on BBC.com right now.
Social media is talking about this story, Babita.
From our studio in the heart of Singapore and from London. Start your day the right way. Newsday, every weekday on BBC World News.
I've come to Hangzhou, eastern China, to meet a man who knows all about conflict with the population police. Wu Yaoshui is a lawyer who's spent years investigating alleged abuses within the family planning system. He says he has proof that fines imposed by family planners are siphoned off by corrupt officials. This receipt shows 10,000 RMB, or around $1,600, spent on luxury silk quilts.
What's interesting about this is scrawled in the corner, written in black ink, is an authorization saying that the money can be taken out of 35,000 RMB paid into the local family planning office. And a previous receipt with matching names and dates says 35,000 RMB was raised from so-called social maintenance fees, which are fines for having illegal children. So what does this mean?
这两张票据它充分说明了所谓的社会抚养费并不是用于所谓的弥补社会资源的不足，而是用于了计生部门其他的用途，比如说这个床和陶瓷宝这些东西，它是根本就不是跟弥补社会资源，它根本是没关系的。
But these fines aren't just spent on restaurants and fancy goods. Mr. Wu says some cash-strapped local authorities have come to depend on them as a vital source of revenue.
而且，比如说罚款，如果罚款他老百姓那里收不上来怎么办？很多要求地方的像村里的这些干部自己先把这个罚款。 先交上来，因为他给你定指标哎。
Such was the pressure that officials even roped in criminals to help them.
而且，像征收社会抚养费或者抓奸杂，很多地方往往就是用那些村里啊或者地方比较类似于黑社会这样的人，是雇佣这些人去做的。
Within China, family planning officials' treatment of those who break the rules varies. Shandong, a coastal province with a population of 96 million, lies between Beijing and Shanghai, and it has a reputation for being especially harsh. In recent years, there's been a string of illegal detentions here of people accused of having unauthorized children. Many are too scared to talk. But one family has agreed to tell me about their experience. We meet in a building belonging to friends. They say going to their village would be far too risky. We're not naming the family, but some members have decided to show their faces.
当时就在新川渔场上班，5点半下班，到车沟那哈儿把我又捡起来，把我带去了。当时我骑个电动车。 把我拿住了。
Who were these people?
他们都是地省卫的人吧？
地省卫连大队的。
连大队人，他就说把俺家属上哪去，说我就知不道，就是还打骂什么的。
This is the building the man says he was taken to and where he was held captive for 9 days. His wife was pregnant with an illegal second child, so the family hid her until she was 6 months gone. At that point, they believed it would be too late to force her to have an abortion. They were wrong. The woman is still too upset to talk about what happened.
这需要6个月了，
就已经孩子往生了。结果俺儿子就是够6个月了，就是将够6个月，俺上医院了，这个6个月证明俺拿去接他东西了。
Did you offer to pay the social maintenance fee?
我说你不管罚咱不管你罚多少钱，俺都能抓着的。他说了，孩子你要生孩子是没门啊。
The wife's sister was also kept prisoner to increase the pressure. She wasn't let out until the family handed over $1,500, money to pay for the hotel room where the husband was tortured. His parents were made to watch.
这个墙壁哈，他这个在这个墙壁就这么着，咱们就这么着推身子哈，就咱们就这样，就是这上面干是个等着的，你这么一动他就随便拍呢，就这么着的，妈当时就是当时就这样的，啊，就这样的，要不那手就是个疤，他这手就这么着的，
By the 9th day, it had become too much to bear.
哪个就这么扎腿那个就扎到那儿来。他说我咋说你我也不会说你那个意思去生我的，他会打啊，他找那再缓一缓，会打。他说你就是那个意思他来你也不去生我了，就这么会打，那再缓一缓就这么娘说的。我这不就打电话这俺家意思哈，这不我就说咱不要那个孩子了，我说我说就当时我就大声的热泪哭了哈，我说咱不要这个孩子了，我说不能让孩子受这个罪了，真是。
The father accompanied his daughter-in-law to the hospital for the abortion.
我脑子当时是一片空白了，我就想着为我老的不能这小孩身体受到伤害，我实在也没有办法。
Afterwards, the woman's mother-in-law saw the fetus. 3 years have gone by, but her grief is still raw.
这孩都长的，这就是这什么的都长的全块了，就长得很全乎了。36时就不行了，就是那种感觉着，伤的，很伤的，也不长就叫男孩叫女孩，不管什么活的都是自己骨肉哈，真是。没事。
The husband tells me his wife can't forgive them for failing to save the baby. The one-child policy has caused heartache in millions of Chinese families. Li Bo, the family planning officer, played his part in the system, but he's not looking back. His focus is on the next generation. Today he's visiting this new centre. It's part of the pilot project here in Shaanxi province, designed to give deprived rural children the best start in life.
孩子一生的路很长，特别是0到3岁，对孩子的一生成长是特别重要的。
How important is what's going on here, your work here, for the future of China?
我觉得我这个工作还是比较重要的，可以说我的工作有可能影响孩子的一生。
Perhaps officers like Li Bo did their job too well. After the one-child policy, China faces a growing shortage of young people, and that could threaten its dynamic growth. Now every individual is needed to meet the challenges ahead.